Welcome to the Boat Galley Podcast. I'm Carolyn Shearlock, here with tips, reviews, and how-tos for your cruising adventure. This episode of the Boat Galley Podcast is sponsored by Infinity, the most trusted name in woven vinyl flooring in the marine industry. Since 2008, Infinity has offered boat owners premier flooring options proven to withstand even the most demanding environments. Each of their products is equipped with UV-stable fade resistance and antimicrobial technology, giving them both durability and style that can't be matched. Thinking about kicking carpet to the curb? Make the switch to Infinity and see the difference true luxury makes. Use the coupon code PODCAST for 50% off samples. Slow down, slow down. When medical issues arise while cruising, it happens to everyone. You get sick or are injured. If you're cruising, the question then arises, what next? I'm not talking about getting the first aid kit out, but the issue of, what about our plans? It's a question that I get asked every so often. How we deal with the tug-of-war between medical issues and plans is influenced by some basic principles. First, cruising, as in moving from place to place, is somewhat physical, and with just two of us aboard, we both need to be able-bodied. Second, medical problems can quickly go from minor annoyances to life-threatening situations when there isn't prompt medical attention. Third, problems tend to multiply. If you're sick and trying to work on deck, you're more likely to be injured. If you're running a fever or in pain, your decision-making isn't likely to be good, and so on. Our rules are pretty simple. If there's a medical issue going on with either of us, and we're in a place with good medical facilities, we don't leave until it's resolved or beyond any danger point. In other words, when the doctor says it's okay to go, and understands how available or not medical help will be where we're going. If we're in a remote place with no medical facilities, we will generally move towards a place with facilities. Maybe it's only a clinic with a local healthcare worker, but at least some formal medical care. If it turns out we need more advanced care, these places virtually always know how to arrange it. I'll be honest, it's a judgment call when we're in a remote spot and we are both sick. Is one of us well enough to take the other one to a better place? Or are we better off to use what meds we have aboard for a day or two, hopefully get a little better, and then make the trip, knowing that we risk possibly being sicker and having to get help? With chronic conditions that can flare up, we make sure that we know the immediate steps to take in case of a problem and have the medications or supplies necessary to treat it for as long as may be necessary to get to more advanced care. And if there is a flare-up, we don't leave a place with good medical care until it's fully resolved. We're lucky in that Dave's brother is a retired medical doctor and very willing to help us. We have a fairly good supply of basic prescription and over-the-counter medications and other supplies on board. Between phone, email, text, and now texting via our Garmin InReach, we can reach Keith from virtually anywhere and get his input. But that's not a substitute for doctors that can look at something in person, lab facilities, and pharmacies with far larger stocks of medicines than what we carry. One of the axioms of cruising is that schedules will get you in trouble. We generally think of that in regards to weather, but it's equally true of health issues, maybe even more true. If something happens in the middle of a passage or a series of day hops, that's one thing. But to leave a safe port despite a medical issue because we plan to, or, well, we want to be there by such and such a date, or even so-and-so is meeting us, is just asking for problems. Delaying a bit has always seemed the better path for us, and it's been beneficial in ways other than just better health for the trip. In 2004, Dave had an eye problem that caused us to stay in La Paz, Mexico, an extra month, and change where Dave's son and daughter-in-law were meeting us for Thanksgiving. The real bonus came when we adopted our dog Paz during that extra month. She's one of the best things that has come out of our cruising. We didn't risk Dave's vision, and we still got to El Salvador that year. Last spring, we delayed heading to the Bahamas in response to what turned out to be a chronic prostate infection for Dave. The upside was that a wonderful used dinghy came on the market just days before we finally did take off. Had we left sooner, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to snag it. And we still spent 4 wonderful months in the Bahamas. See, medical problems and delays aren't all bad. Thanks for listening. If you like the show, please be sure to subscribe in your podcast app. Just search for the Boat Galley Podcast. And reviews are always appreciated. Until next time, then.
Slow down, slow down.